Good evening, America. More importantly, good evening, me too. Good evening, Women's March. They would like to think nothing was happening. They'd like you, me, and America to think nothing's happening. But we are making significant headway in our fight against domestic violence. Me too, Women's March. You ask us to represent you and help you in our fight against domestic violence. Sorry we've not been able to get you on any of the debates on stage, nor do they want to discuss it in the media. Do I really need to say who's doing the covering up here? That said, we're making headway. Chris Hayes kept asking us to change the channel with his paper thing. Make paper noise? Change the subject? No, we are not changing this subject. And she kind of let me know she was listening, but she let us know she heard, but she's not planning on doing anything. According to Chris Hayes, the Secretary of Health and Human Services was on there, but she barely took notice of our efforts to get this issue dealt with. Now to the more interesting point. A day or two ago, probably 2 days ago, on the Joy Reid program, I'm not sure of the supposed doctor or medic who was on there, but when we were pushing this one again, or previously, this lady kept saying, but it'll affect other people, it'll affect other people. Read our lips, criminals. Read our lips. Board of Medicine, HHS. We want it to affect other people. We want the criminals locked up for life. Don't forget, punishment must fit the crime. Well, they've done unreparable, unfixable harm and killed many of their victims. So they deserve nothing more than irreparable damage behind bars. Punishment fits the crime. Well, there again. We want this to affect everyone. Everyone who's a victim, we want them to have justice. Sorry, getting pretty hyped there. And that's good. And me, hadn't hardly had a caffeine today. But again, we want this to affect other people. This isn't a small group or a few people. We want all victims of domestic violence to see justice, to receive justice. We want their criminals to feel what they've caused. They love causing pain, and you, the media, wants to cover it up. Well, let them feel pain. Punishment must fit the crime. And for those quackpot doctors who cover up this domestic violence by saying they got this medical issue or that medical issue, drop their paychecks. Remove their medical license. They're doing unmentionable harm to their victims, the patients. They have no right to see anything but time behind bars. We want this to affect other people, don't we, Women's March? Me too. Don't we want this to affect other people? Not just the few of us on here, and there's actually a lot of us. They act like there's a few, but don't we want this to affect all victims so they see justice, and all criminals so they never see the light of day? Isn't that what we, the people, Me Too, Women's March, and the unnamed victims who don't want to come up, understand it's a hostile situation? Sometimes you just want to turn your head and let the criminals go. But isn't that what we want? It to affect everyone who is a victim. Thank you.